and sip and take it on. Coffee, Kauffie Company, yeah, oh yeah, it's the Kauffie Company. Whoa, it's the Kauffie Company. Whoa, Coffee,
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to your place of chill. It is the Kauffie Company. It is Tuesday, the 3rd of June, and it is a very grey, very bleak. Oh, it's about to rain. It's about to start raining, but it is a bleak 16 degrees centigrade, and it is grey as hell. There is no. That's actually really disconcerting. Actually, that's going to be really weird. We've slightly brighter today. We've started to fit some heat-resistant film that goes on the inside of my skylight. So very soon, hopefully, my shop is going to be a bit cooler because it is starting to get a bit warm. I'm feeling slightly warm, but I've already got my coffee. We're going to be joined by Mr. Daigle in a couple of seconds when he has made himself his coffee, but we're going to have a chill show today. We haven't got anything to talk about. Grey skies, but we've still got a golden trophy. So we're going to do for the next month before the season starts. We're still going to do our usual way of welcoming you to the show. We got Tweaky. Good to see you, buddy. YouTube member. European champion is saying, afternoon, Ben. Your iced coffee tip was spot on. Cheers, mate. How did you make it? How did you make it? Let us know in the chat. But glad you like it. Hopefully you got your coffee today. Hopefully you got your coffee. Indeed. Good to see you. Kudos. Hopefully you're well. European champion. Colin Crossamano. Good to see you, buddy. Hopefully you're well. Double winner. European champion. Good to see you, buddy. We have Sleepy Mocha. Obviously, admiring the intro music because it's the summer. We've got the summer. We got the surfing music out. I love the surfing music. I'm a big fan. But good to see a Sleepy Mocha. I don't know what club you support, but I'm going to call you European champion anyway. And of course, good to see you. Kudos. Yes, it is indeed Dick Dale vibes. Dick Dale vibes. And we're joined by Mr. Daigle. Good to see you, Aki. Hopefully you're well. What's happening?
Good morning, Ben Aki. Good morning, everyone in the chat. I know you did your hello, so just let me do a broad hello to everyone. You talked about grey clouds. Today, the air conditioning unit goes in here. We're going to be in the mid-20s all week. Yeah. The weather is getting... May was shocking. May was like one of the wettest or sun-free. Is sun-free the right words? The grey. Let's go with grey. Mays that we've had in recent times, but the good times are coming now. The good time. The good thing
maybe
is
it's just a late summer, which means
well, do you know what? This thing we when it does get hot, it stays hot. Yeah. And when we do have rain, it rains non-stop 15 minutes, and it pisses it off. But it will be hot now till like late September, early October, which is wonderful.
Absolutely. Which is what we like. Let's see who else is in the chat. We got Stu Boy. Good to see you, buddy. YouTube member. And, of course, European champion. Mark Swift's in the house. Good to see you, Swifty. We have Jason Bell's in the house. Good to see you, buddy. European champion. Good to see you. Right. I did get it, mate. Thanks. I brewed with my filter glass bottle, cooled down in the fridge, just like you said. Great stuff. Hopefully it tasted good. And thank you as well for supporting the Kauffie Company. As always, thank you to all the people that put orders in. It's keeping my business afloat for the next... While small businesses are absolutely getting shat on in every way, shape or form. So you can order your things through the Kauffie Company. And of course, we now have our Redbubble store. I've started making a few more Tottenham-inspired T-shirts. And the Mickey van der Ven one has got off to a decent start. But if you want one, you can buy them in mugs and hats and cups and all that shenanigans. Merchandising. We're getting there. Go and get it. Jason is in the house saying, I'm turning on my AC today. It's supposed to be near 32 degrees centigrade. I'd die.
Yeah, we'll be. We're not there yet, but we are getting there. And obviously putting in the air conditioning unit It makes such a difference. It honestly,
Massive.
mate, we just leave it on, have the door shut, you open it, it's like an icebox.
My
It's
room the other
glorious.
day, it was 26 degrees centigrade here in the UK. But because of our humidity, it was unbearable. I had both my fan on 10 and I had my air conditioner on. It didn't do anything. It didn't do anything. The UK weather, people say you never have good weather, but when it comes, it's unbearable.
Yeah.
It feels different. It feels different. We have it's Bobby K. It's Bobby K. Good to see you, bud. Good morning, Benny, Brian, and everyone else. Good to see you, mate.
Good morning,
YouTube
brother.
member, European champion. Of course, good to see you. Always welcome to join, Bobby. Got Tom 81s in the house saying good
Right
afternoon,
or
Ben.
die.
Big up the chat, YouTube member, and of course, European champion. Good to see ya. Good to see ya. Why is it doing this on my screen? Did you guys see the pictures of expressions posing with the trophy next to the Emirates? It was very funny.
Oh, he's
I
brilliant.
had a good laugh.
He is so quick that he is like for humor, he is like Teddy Sheringham with his footballing brain. How he just go there's nothing like in stand-ups or anything that just bang. He's got a superpower of comedy. He's hysterical. He's hysterical. A top guy when you meet him, a top guy.
I've never met him. I want to meet Expressions.
Not?
I've never met Expressions.
Oh, yeah, I've met him a good few times now, and obviously one of my. You met? Do you remember my friend?
Yes, I met
Aaron.
I met his friend, but I haven't met him.
His. Yeah, you met his best mate Aaron. Like I worked with a guy 10, 11 years ago. And obviously we've stayed in contact the whole time. Then he said to me, Brian, do you know someone called Expressions? I was like, very much so, like know of him. He's like, yeah, that's my best friend from school. I was like, as you do. But yeah, no, Expressions is a top guy.
Very funny. He's very funny. He's just great. But we've got no agenda to talk about today because we've got an open show. There's no football news. Unless football news does happen during the show, then we will obviously talk about it.
Yeah.
But there's nothing to talk about, Ahi. So what do we want to talk about? What does everyone in the chat? Ask us some questions.
Whatever you want to talk about, mate. We can have an ask us anything. We can have some fun. Mate, listen, it's literally... It's nice and calm.
Show. Nothing else.
It is. It's a nice, calm show. Like I said, I mean, I will say again, yesterday's show I loved doing with you. There was great conversation with us and the chat. Yeah. And it's lovely to do those shows. And then literally after that, I just switched off from everything. I switched off from watching any Spurs stuff. Mate, it's glorious. It's glorious.
Absolutely. We got Ian Ferguson's in the house. Good to see you. Morning all. YouTube member, European champion. I almost went up to him on the high road, but Chit King was calling my name. Indeed. Do
you know what? You say that, and it's amazing for people that weren't at the parade and was watching it via Spurs YouTube or Spurs Play, whatever else. Even Ben Haynes, when they were talking about all the crowd and everyone, even they were talking about Chit King. Even they were saying, like, it is one of the biggest institution or the biggest institution outside of the stadium. It is incredible, the notoriety of Chit King. It is fried chicken is the one anyway. Fried chicken is always the winner.
I do love my fried chicken.
Oh, I could live on it. I could live on it.
We have Shem Tangs in the house saying, good afternoon, Mr. Ben Giovanni, Mr. Dagalicious. Good to see the legendary Mr. Bobby K in the chat. Good to see you, Shem Tang. Hopefully all well. YouTube member and, of course, European champion. Absolutely delicious. We got my lovely Mickey's in the house. Everyone say hello to her in the comments. And, yes, always listen to her because she's always right, as we like to know. Yes, Chit King is bigger than West Ham. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. We have Angus is in the house saying, afternoon, legends. Hope yous are all well. I had the pleasure of sending Angus at like 1 o'clock. I think it was like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. I sent him the John Cena me. Remember that radio show?
Yeah.
I'd sent him that. Like,
oh, yeah. We keep selling the tickets.
The WWE Super Slam. It's great.
It's brilliant.
Brilliant. Always brilliant. I agree with Brian. I always enjoy my post-season cleanse. That's what we're here. We're here for the post-season cleanse. And it's always fun. It's always thoughts. Oh, we got Marios is in the house saying big up. Thoughts on the new kit. I hate it. I really hate the new kit. It's really bad. It's really ugly.
It's listen, I cannot wait. I am gonna celebrate the day that we leave Nike like we've won the Europa League. I think they are absolutely appalling kits. But as I've been saying, the new home kit, which is just vile, it looks like you've got backpack on with those bloody straps there. I don't like it at all. The away kit, the black kit always looks good.
I've not seen a picture of the black kit yet. I've not seen a picture of it.
Johnny's got it. I mean, the black kit is nice always, but you can't go wrong with a black kit. In all honesty,
no. I got yesterday.
The video released was I've got that one. I
got this one yesterday. It came yesterday, of course.
DH, good old DH gate.
It wasn't DH. It was the one Nick said. It was like Soccer 03 or whatever.
Oh well, just not Spurs shop.
Absolutely, I don't care. But that was really good for 13 quid. You can't say no.
It's
other kit providers are available. If you do wish to buy from the club shop, we are not going to tell you no. But I, for sure, will not be buying from them unless something drastically changes.
Mate, I was talking to someone. I think I was talking to Ben Daniel. Yeah, I was talking to Ben yesterday.
Yeah.
And we were saying, like, Brian, when Levy's finally gone, and if he's gone, if a new person came in and still eating, I don't care. If he's gone or we sell.
Oh, that is nice, the black kit. That is nice.
I could start buying the training tops. I could start buying the kits and getting Alfie Divine's name and number on the back. Yeah. I could go on the Skywalk. I could go in to home games. Oh, mate, it'll be the boycott will be over. But but we'll getting back to the kits. The actual release video, like the wedding ceremony. Oh my god,
it's cringe.
Yeah. Oh my god, I get Ledley and say, "This is my club. I can now pronounce it." That part I get, but it's like, oh Jesus. But yeah, everyone get your door on the. I'm gonna call it the door on the Explorer kit.
Indeed, but we got Daniel 90. Good to see you, buddy. European champion. Good to see you. Apparently, I've not heard anything, Angus. I've not heard absolutely anything.
Yeah, listen. If he goes anywhere, if he doesn't come to us, which let's face it, he probably isn't. Actually, let's say he won't. As long as he doesn't end up down the road, because I love Bucharest. If he ends up at United, then United, Jesus Christ, look at their front line has been revitalized,
revamped,
mate. They will be like, oh god damn it. But if he ends up down the road, I let's put it this way: there will be the rant of rants coming from me.
Ooh,
the rants coming from
rants me. Are good for the YouTube algorithm.
If he ends up down the road, I will do a pre-recorded rant that I would try and get down to 10 minutes, but I think once I start going, it might be more like half an hour. It will be epic.
We've got Pages in the house. Good to see you, miss. Hopefully you're well. What do you think of Manchester United's new signings? Because, of course, you are a supporter of them. Good to see you. I don't think there'll be news today for Levy or Ange. I agree.
Thursday or Friday.
The release video was hilarious with the lasagna. I'll send you the TikTok. What TikTok?
So anyone, I'll say that because obviously we get sent loads. I refuse to download TikTok. I refuse it. And TikTok is so fucking annoying because you click on it, someone sends it, you push play on the video, then it tries to get you to download the app, which I will never ever do. Ever. Yeah. So sending me TikToks is as much as
my accountant wants me to start a TikTok page for the Kauffie Company. I just say to him every time, I don't want it. I really don't want it.
There's as much point as sending me a TikTok link than Daniel Levy receiving a manager's shopping list.
Indeed.
They're both pointless.
The new kit is amazing. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm sure it's amazing. Like every Nike kit. Indeed, mate. Indeed. He's going to United. That would make sense, actually. His old manager.
Of course.
His old manager. Late to the party. Afternoon all. £125 for the Elite Spurs shirt.
Well, mate, if you look at it, if Bucharest does go there and they've lost the final, they're obviously in a very bad position. Obviously, they finished above us, but barely. And they've lost the final. Apparently, haven't got any money to spend. And then in the first week, go, yeah, we haven't got money to spend. We're not going to back a manager. We'll just give you Gyökeres and Buemo and Cunha.
Yeah. It's not bad, is it?
Mate, it would be like, as Bobby will know, and anyone in the group that watches or in the chat that watches American football, if you finish as the worst team, you get the first draft pick.
Yeah.
And I think it works. I think it's what basically, if you do shit, you get the first kind of draft picks. Well, Man U have just acted in that way. We've finished crap. We need to be better. Let's go splash 60, 50, and whatever it will be for Gyökeres. They will be scary. What a front line that will be.
It's an interesting one, Aki, because Spurs need homegrown players. Spurs desperately need homegrown players. Man United are getting rid of Marcus Rashford. Would you take Marcus Rashford on a year-long loan?
Do you know what, mate? Before the season started or anything, or maybe during the season, I was like, do you know what? If we took a punt on Werner, how can we not take a punt on Rashford? But I agree. Rashford is always, and it's proven with Villa, he's one of those guys that need an arm around him and to feel special to get the best out of him.
I think it's more deep than that. I think he's Adebayor. I think he's a mercenary. I think he plays for a contract. I think he plays for the contract. So I would get Marcus Rashford on a year-long loan with an option to buy, not an obligation, because we should never be obliged to buy anyone, especially if they don't do well. I would do a year-long loan, and I would say Adebayor it. And he showed it for Villa.
Yeah, he showed it for Villa. But Ben, when you say Adebayor, there were so many teams. Obviously, there's the filth. Then he went wherever he went. Then he ended up at City. Then Rashford, I think the downside, or not the downside, it's very hard, but the downfall is the right word to use, of Manchester United has been so epic. It's like when we heard Ronaldo. When Ronaldo came back, he said the training ground is exactly the same equipment, the same from when I left. They have just neglected, and I'm sure that feeling is starting to, or had started to set in around the whole club. Yeah. He went to Villa to prove what he can do. Listen, he wants Barcelona. I think is he twerking for Barca? Probably. Mate, he was on 50 grand.
Yeah, he's on 50 grand a week at Brentford, and now he's on 270 grand a week.
So basically, he's going to get more a week than he was earning a month.
Yeah.
Jesus, mate. But Man U aren't going to make up all. But see, this is the thing I've been saying. Listen, and this might cause a bit of a conversation or whatever. And I've said this the whole time. As much as Manchester United hate the Glazers, as much as they do, and I listen,
money where their mouth is.
Boy, do they with the players. I mean, don't get me wrong, all their transfers hasn't worked. Like, you look at the Antonys and whatever, but when a manager comes in, they're like, right, what do you want? And you can see the pull of Manchester United. Yes, the wages just go to show. He has gone from Brentford, where 50 grand is kind of our lower bottom to low mid.
Yeah.
And he's now on 70 grand more than Heung-min Son.
Yeah.
So what happens when who'd have thought you pay the money, you pay the wages, you get the player. It's quite an easy, but this is the thing. So going back to Rashford, I get what you're saying about Adebayor, but I don't think as strongly as you. I think wages wise and what he's on, well, if someone gives you 300 grand a week or whatever it's stupid he's on,
360.
then you're not going to say no. But I think his love of football, because when Marcus Rashford is up for it, he's a fantastic. He's fantastic. He's fantastic, and he showed it at Villa. He showed it at Villa because he felt loved. He got out of Manchester, where obviously all the stuff that he would listen, his form dropped off, and he didn't look. We saw the videos of him just jogging around whilst people when he was trying to do the press. But they backed their manager. I would definitely, if someone said to me right now, Marcus Rashford, yes, I would take the punt.
It's an interesting one. I agree with you, Jason. I agree with you. It won't be the first time Bucharest has played for the enemy. He was on loan at Swansea. Good to know.
There you go. Jason, you are right. You are right with what you said about the Glazers. They are awful. But the money they've spent, they could probably have put towards the new stadium, which they didn't.
Yeah.
They've let that rot and it's falling apart, and now they're dealing with it, which is going to take years.
Yeah.
But at least Manchester United have always spent the money.
Yeah.
They get it back because of the worldwide appeal of them. But they are completely right. What goes behind the scenes at Manchester United is disgraceful, blah, blah, blah. But they back their manager. If they commit to a manager, they will back him. Could you imagine, put it this way, Jay, and I agree with what Jay's saying. If Ange, let's just say Ange was staying and if he had said, right, I want Cunha and Buemo and Gyökeres, I don't think Daniel Levy would deliver one of them, let alone three.
I think so. That's why I think I don't want to have the manager conversation because I'm bored of it now. I'm bored of it. I want them to make the decision so we can say, you know what, Ange is the manager. Let's see what happens. And I'm totally fine with it, even though if I had the choice of it myself, if I was the chief executive of the company, I would be looking at a new manager personally, because the most important people are the fans that go to the stadium. They are the most important people because they're the ones that are going week in, week out, paying upwards of £2,000, some of them, myself included, £2,000 a year and £2,000 each. They are the most important people at the football club. You can't have your most important people that they're getting served crap food because they're going in Europe. You can't do that. You've got to have balance. You've got to have balance as much as you physically can. You can't do that to your season ticket holders because they've paid at the start of the year. They've paid at the start of the year. They need a quality product on the pitch. You can't have that.
I think Thursday or Friday
is when I think we'll find out.
That's
when I think we will know.
I think, Ben, I was going to say to you as well, and I don't know how you feel about it. I was going to say to you behind the scenes, but I'll say it now. I'm thinking every Monday and Friday for the summer, we should do a dual stream. So we can wrap up the weekend and go into the weekend.
Yeah.
And discuss, okay, where are we? What, you know when we used to do the Spurs review?
Yeah.
We can literally do a live one on a Monday and a Friday.
Not the Spurs review, because that's Sava's show.
No, what did we call it? What was it called? The Tottenham, mate, with you in the paper, and then mate, that was, mate. They were the best days. They were the best days. They were wonderful. But yeah, I think we should. I mean, I hope people would like it if we did a dual stream Mondays and Fridays, and just have lots. Because I think Friday, by the time Friday comes at 2 p.m. your time, there is going to be a lot of shit.
There's going to be something.
Oh, by far, definitely.
That's why we're always the bridesmaid and never the bride. Well, we were the bride in the summer, mate. We're the bride now. We're still on our honeymoon. We're going to Disney World. We're going to Las Vegas. We're going to Key West. We're going to all those places. We are the bride.
But do you know what as well? What Finn said, and this is where we need to big up Mr. Flower.
Big up Flower Power.
What we do need to look at, and Finn said it perfectly, and it's look, as much as I hate the man at top, we are spending money. Yeah. But what we're not doing is spending it wisely. And it's always quantity over quality. Yeah, but absolutely. Until Spurs address paying the wages for the players, we're stuck in this rut.
We have to be smarter with who we're bringing in. We got
Yeah.
Dave Raybold. Good to see you,
My
buddy. European
man.
champion. Of course,
My
Flower
man.
Power is, of course, a European champion. Good to see
He is
you.
indeed.
We got the news yesterday, Aki. Ryan Mason is becoming the head coach of West Bromwich Albion.
Yep.
And you know what I do immediately? I loan them the two boys that were on loan at Leyton Orient last year. I loaned them Josh Keeley and I loaned them Jamie Donnelly because I think those two are quality. I want those two boys at West Bromwich Albion. That was
there's a third player. There's a third player, and his name is Alfie Devine. But you got to remember as well, this is a good thing. I mean, Joe, I'm absolutely delighted for Ryan Mason. Forget what people think of him for being staying at Spurs, and people. There's a lot of bad shit said about him. Which I didn't agree with. But I thought we needed better. We needed a top coaching, not an upcoming coach.
Yep.
Good for him for saying, do you know what? I want to cut it by myself. I want to see if I can do it.
That's a good one as well.
Well, mate, you've got to remember
in the championship.
Mate, you've got to remember as well, there's Chris Davies at Birmingham.
Yeah.
There's two ex-Spurs coaches that know the youth products and the youngsters coming through very, very, very well. Teams like Norwich with Ollie Skip. There's three teams there that when we've sent them out on, or two Spurs managers and teams we've sent people out on loan where they get minutes. Like, as much as I'd love to send players out to Watford because of the localness, they'll probably get three managers in a season. And you never know if they're going to get the... But fair play. Mason, do you know what? And also, some of these managers that start to try and get their teeth into football sometimes need to go into the lower leagues, need to go League Two, League One, or abroad. Fair play to Ryan Mason. I wish him all the best. And you know what's going to happen now, don't you? We'll get West Brom in the Carabao or FA Cup.
And he'll beat us.
The magic of the FA Cup.
It is indeed the man. But I think Ryan Mason has a lot of potential as a football guy. I think he does play some decent football.
Yeah.
I hope not. I absolutely hope not. I desperately don't want him to go to Liverpool because he'll fly. He'll fly at Liverpool. He will fly. He's a quality goalkeeper. Indeed, even the Scottish leagues. I agree. Yep, correct. The shower curtain. We don't like the shower curtain. But yeah, it's interesting times.
Yeah.
But it's I really don't know. We're in this weird mire at the moment. We don't know where to be because we want to be happy, but we also want to look to the future because you always want to. The first thing you do after winning a trophy is right. When's my next one? When's the next one? Let's go for it. I want another one now. You start getting that winning. It's one of the things I said when people were asking younger fans like me to have a more winning mentality. They were asking me to have a winning mentality. I've seen two trophies in my life, and both were the League Cup. Now I've tasted a proper major trophy. I want another one. I want an FA Cup. I want a proper trophy. I want another. Let's see. It's like Bruce when he smells blood in Finding Nemo.
Mate, it's like
good.
Even to this very second right now, I'm sure everyone in the chat, you and I, can remember exactly how it was when that final whistle went.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've been to the Scotland Yard. I've lived here for 7 years. Is it 7? 2017. Sorry, 8 years. 8 years.
Yeah.
Fuck me, 8 years. Or it'll be 8 years that I moved here in December. I'm waiting for the Bobby K joke to come in, and he said he's laughing right now whilst typing. Yeah. I've been to the Scotland Yard for that whole entire time. The Arsenal 3-0 with Conte was electric. There's been some electric games, like the 3-3 with Manchester City, the 4-0 with there he is. I can never, ever duplicate or replicate how bonkers the Scotland
That
Yard
was.
went. Literally, I've never seen anything like it. Oh, Bobby. I've never seen anything like Bobby's got the videos. I've got videos. It was going on for Asia, and you cannot. That is like when you get your first high, whether it's the first time you drive, mate. When you start chasing it, and I want to chase that big time because that was just delirium.
Oh, it
And
was. It was unbelievable.
Mate. Kudos, did I send you the videos from the yard? If not, I'll send them to you.
That was mental. Being in the stat, it was disbelief almost. It was euphoria, and it's the beauty of football.
Oh,
the beauty of football is limbs. I fell 4 rows when Brennan Johnson put that in the back of the net. I went flying. It's the way
I went so mad. I got on. First of all, I got on the chair like I always do when we score, and I was just getting up there so no one came running into me and bashed my nose just to have my tubes in, and stencil and everything. Then my table was going so mad that the table got moved and people behind me and my chair was rocking, so I had to get down. Then I was ducking and diving like this throughout the goal because I was literally like doing Rocky, mate. It was just insane.
Yeah.
It was insane.
It was a clean
It
sheet.
was a nice little flap. Thankfully for that. Thank Van der Ven. But he made, listen, I will say he made that flap, but when you really needed him, in the 90th minute when Vic was needed, boy, did he pull through. Did he pull through. So fair play to him. I don't think James would be saying that if Van der Ven weren't there for the goal line clearance. But that's the beauty of having a great defender.
Tell that to his European. Actually, no. Did Raya play in? No, was he in the squad for the? Was he in the squad for the Euros? Raya, I can't remember.
Right, ask James. He's his biggest fan.
Yes, indeed. I just collapsed.
He's in the
to
chat.
the floor.
He's in the chat.
Romero, big game player. Yeah, Romero was because Bruno Fernandes being a dick switched aside so Spurs couldn't be with the fans, and Romero marched the entire team into the Man United side of the pitch and did the huddle by that was when I am battering you today, my friend. I am gonna absolutely clown your asses. That was moment. You will not stop me. He did. He does. VDV makes Superman look ordinary. That's how good he is. We got Marks in the house, otherwise known as Nacho Slayer. Nacho Slayer's in the house with his lovely husky.
He's in the building. Hopefully he's moving to Toronto. He's trying to sort it out, and it will be great to see him at the yard more regularly. And Bobby K, who's in the chat, this is the guy I was telling you, the Nacho Slayer, that literally polished off single-handedly the portion that you always order. It was like, Jesus Christ. It was a sight for sore eyes.
Yeah. Good stuff. We got Cookies in the house. Good to see you, buddy. Hopefully all well. Romero will leave, but it's not a big deal. He leaves as a legend in my book if he leaves. But we don't know. There's no rumours. Unfortunately for Atletico Madrid, seeing as he won a title with Tottenham, his price has gone up from 50, 60 million. It's now 80, 90. You got to pay for him. He's got 2 years left on his deal. Pay it, Atletico. Pay the money.
It's never going to be 90. Levy would sell before 90.
Who knows? VDV would make Bruce Lee jealous with that. He would indeed. He would indeed. We got Avis in the house. Mashlomcha. Hag Sameach. Nice one. Good to see you. Everyone's saying hello. Do we really need more English visitors here? There's enough of you people
Technically, Bobby, as you know, Davey, who has joined us, one of my friends from Twitter, is from Scotland. That was a really bad accent. I'm not even going to try and do the accent, but Mark is from Cardiff. He's Welsh, and also across the line, I know you'd like Mark will put it in. He should put his Welsh. He used to be the Cardiff.
Well, just say,
announcer.
Bobby.
He used to be. It was the Cardiff Football Club, and I think the ice hockey team, where he was like the guy that read out the team sheet, stadium announcer.
We've got you, Bobby, who was born in Leicestershire, so you are technically one of those people. You are English, whether you like it or not. The seatbelt home shirt is the best.
Because it was an Under Armour rule.
I didn't like the seatbelt shirt. We'll be gutted.
I love Under Armour.
I'm Welsh, thankfully.
There you go.
Brian, do not do that again. Scots and Welsh are fire. Scotland and England are different places. Can't understand any of you wanks.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening there. Maybe he's doing the away
I will say Spurs have released a single thing with Sonny all over it.
Yeah.
So Sonny is what people are getting now. That obviously I think the women's manager is shown in the video, but Ange isn't. And I will guarantee you there are parts of Ange in it, but they've pulled that part until the announcement comes out, whether he stays or whether he goes. But Sonny has been seen in the new kit.
I liked the shirt we had at Wembley the first year, which was just a plain white kit. That's how boring I am. I want a plain white. I loved the Under Armour. The last one at the Lane with the blue sleeves. I really liked that.
That was lovely. But also, I loved the first one they did with the collar shirt. I love a collared shirt. I love it when we used to have
collars. I don't like collars personally.
I love that collar shirt. And it was the Jan Vertonghen shirt.
Okay. Indeed. Was Kane 2 weeks before? Yeah, indeed.
Let me see if I can find it very quickly.
Cardiff Dragons was the ice hockey team. Big up. Big up the Cardiff Dragons.
There you go. I was right. 1 second. I'm just going to share the screen very, very quickly. Just very, very quickly. Just I think it was Finn. Was it Finn that was saying it? 1 second. Share screen. Twitter. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, get me away from the club shop, you bastards. I just wanted to click on Sonny because there you go. They've done a massive...
The purple Kraken is bloody horrible.
Mate, I don't even call it the Kraken. Do you know what it reminds me of? I said it at the time. It reminds me of the ghosts in Pac-Man.
It also reminds me of the squid in Mario Kart.
Yeah. That's a good one as well.
It's the Cardiff Devils, other than the red logo. It's really funny because Corey was saying it. I'm not flaming Corey. Corey really hates the red, and I think we all hate the red. Yeah. But that's been the sponsor for 6 years now. I'm over it. I'm over it.
There's a lot of people. I mean, I because of my hatred for red, I wouldn't buy it.
Unfortunately, blue does not look good from a sponsor standpoint. It doesn't look good. It doesn't stand out. It doesn't stand out.
On a white shirt, it will, but not as much as red. You're right.
Really. It doesn't.
Hey, Puma,
really.
Tom, Rumi, I only buy Puma or Under Armour trainers. They're the only trainers I wear.
I don't like Puma. I won't wear Puma.
I love Puma.
But I do like their new football. The new football looks good.
Yeah,
it's the first.
I love Puma.
I know I'm right about Stephanie Verker winning the Money in the Bank. She's winning it. She's winning it. She has to be the champion. She's too good. She is too good to not be the champion. She has to win it. She is gonna be. She's gonna push Rhea Ripley into the mud. She's not gonna. She's pushing her like you're gone. You're gone, mate. She's too good. She is. Yeah. The Puma kits have been my favorite. Red is not the best.
Puma were great. Puma were great.
I like red, unfortunately. People like it. I actually love the kit, but red is still horrible. It's not for me. I read something about the kit launch, the club reference to that. Yeah, they did. They did. Do you reckon Rhea Ripley moves to SmackDown? No, I don't, to be honest. I don't. We can talk about that, actually, Aki. We'll probably lose half our viewers. What do you think about R-Truth and Carlito being released?
R-Truth, ridiculous. Carlito, can't stand him. Tell you the truth, actually, I think WWE has been poor recently.
Yeah.
Apart from like a couple of storylines, it seems to. Since Netflix came out, I thought Netflix it was just going to be through the roof all the time. But it's just I end up turning off. And then just watching the highlights that they put up. It's not the best at the moment. Oh, damn right, buddy. Damn right. From an alcoholic, Holston was great. Holston was great. It's the original, isn't it? We had them for years and years and years. Then had a break, went back to them. Am I right? You can't actually have You can't have alcohol as you can't have alcohol sponsors now. Am I right?
No, you can't. But yeah, good to see a Welsh. Good to see a Welsh Spur. Good to see a buddy. Where are the days of Goldberg versus Lesnar? Indeed, the Holston shirts were the best. They were.
Mate,
they were.
The
Holston Adidas shirt. The Holston Adidas shirt was the best.
No. The Hummel Holston.
The Hummel was
back
good,
in the
but
day.
the Adidas was quality.
It was, but the Gaza kits, you can't, mate. That the kits when Gaza was around were incredible. And do you know what? Talking of kits, I just hate that every year there's 3 kits now. I grew up in a time, as with a Tom 81, Rumi, and a load of other people, where you had, if you move from one kit manufacturer to another, you'd obviously have a brand new home and away shirt. But then they changed the home and away alternate years. You had the same kit for 2 years. Now,
I would bring that back now.
So would I.
Ridiculous.
So would
ridiculous. I think it's an absolute joke that
it's disgusting.
The amount of money they're fleecing from parents because the kid wants a new shirt every year.
Where's the thing, Ben? If you think about it, if they went back to that, I think, apart from people like myself who are boycotting anything at the stadium for obvious reasons, if they went back to one kit every year, I think people like DHgate get wiped out, or not wiped out. You know what I mean? They literally lose a shit ton of business. If
you've got one kit for 3 years, for example, they're going to be like, I'll buy that one kit because I don't have to buy one for another 3 years. Exactly.
That was when, okay, you know the home kit's coming out, you know, and the anticipation, like, oh my God, what? You knew which kit was going to be, but to do every 3, and you look at it, someone like my sister who's got 5 kids.
Yep.
That's literally only if they get one shirt every year. That's 5 kits.
Yeah.
And people, even families with 1 or 2 kids right now,
over £1,000.
It's insane. It's fucking madness. And do you know what? How good would it be if a team came out and said, you know, I actually, again, the club that are run brilliantly, I think Brentford have said that they're going to. I'm going to check this out. I think Brentford said they're going to stop doing Brentford kit. One.
Yeah.
Brentford to keep. Go on, keep talking while I'm just trying to find. I think it was Brentford.
It'd be £1,000. No, West Ham kits.
I'm sure it's Brentford.
Awful. West Ham kits smell out of the box. They're terrible.
There you go. This was when was it? Brentford is one of the few Premier League clubs that has opted to retain the same home kit for multiple seasons, aiming to be more sustainable and save fans money. In November 2021, Brentford announced that they would use the first Premier League home kit for 3 seasons and then change in 2023-24. Honestly, obviously people know I speak about Thomas Frank a lot. People know, if you do your research into Brentford and what they do for the community, I mean, they've brought out for home and away fans as well now, anyone 10 years and under will only pay £10 for a ticket. Forget the £30 away ticket. They're so smart, they are getting the fans of tomorrow in today. We keep building the team for tomorrow, not today. They're getting the fact. Brentford, who don't have our reach, who don't have the pull of many big Premier League clubs, They are an absolutely outstandingly run football club. I have a real soft spot for Brentford. I really do.
Great club.
And Thomas Frank.
They are slightly smaller. So if you are a large, go for the XL and always go for the size above, or possibly even if you want a relaxed fit, go for 2 sizes above what you order and it should be fine. Yeah, it's a problem. But indeed, you've got a relaxed muscle. Relaxed muscle. We
Oh yeah, but Abby, I'll tell you. Listen, I wanted him before Ange Postecoglou. If Ange Postecoglou is gone, I desperately want Thomas Frank. I think he is wildly underrated. We had a bit of a discussion about it yesterday on our dual stream. I think a lot of people, he's only from Brentford. What's he done? Blah blah blah. Every manager needs their chance to show it. And when you look at it,
best manager in the league in years came from bottom feeders Southampton.
Yeah, and then you add to this as well that they've been in the Premier League 4 years. His entire net spend for the entire 4 years is 71 million, which is 6 million more than we paid for Solanke, and he's constantly losing players. I was watching a video on him yesterday, which is him reviewing last season. And I listened to him and he talks I was about to say so frankly, because pun intended, I didn't realise his front 3 scored 50 goals this season.
Yep.
That's more, I'd probably say that's more than double.
Yeah.
And you look at it, that's Wissa and Buemo and Sean. What he does, I'm going to put the link for this this video about just listen to him talk. It is such a great watch. Let me find the link because I've got it in my watch later. But actually, I'm going to put 3 Thomas Frank video links in there.
Yeah.
So let me put these in. So this is, let me copy the link. And people watch this at your leisure or don't watch it at all. So this one is a review. This one that I'm sending right now is a review of this season. And forget that it's Tom and Frank's and it's Brentford. Just if you get a chance, watch these videos. I'm not telling you have to, but then if you do watch them, when we're on tomorrow or Friday, let me know what you think of them. There's 2 more I'm going to put in. So the next one is a day in the life where Sky go with him and just follow him around the training ground and see what he does on his day.
He's a really
honestly, 1 second. This one is Day with Frank. And the next one and the final one I'm going to send is just him talking with the Sky cameras about tactics. And like I said, just people that don't really like. I understand people not thinking a lot about him because of obviously Brentford, what's he won, blah blah blah. This is Frank Tactical. The way I describe this is, when you watch The Voice on BBC or around the world, whatever. I love the idea of how the judges do it. They don't get to look. They hear the voice. They turn around if they like the voice.
Yeah.
When you watch these videos, if you're unsure on Thomas Frank, take everything out that, he's only at Brentford, he's from Denmark, what's he won? And just listen to the words he's saying. Forget who's speaking. Just listen to the words he's saying.
Yeah.
I have been saying since, I'll tell you, I've been Thomas Frank, an admirer of him. Do you remember the last game where Harry Kane played in the Premier League when he scored free kick, as they call it? I don't think it was a free kick, but it was. Yeah. We lost that game. Frank was brilliant, but then do you know what? That was the first time that the Levy out protest that we were leading, or not leading, but a very big part of. We then decided to leave the coaching horses and start protesting again. Not majorly, just we were outside the stadium and we saw. Do you remember the ex-Sky Sports News woman now talks about Natalie Sawyer?
Yeah.
We saw her, me and Ryan, And we started talking to her a lot. And I said, honestly, I love Frank. I'd love him as our manager. My God, she was like, don't you dare get him out. Said on the what? Obviously, this was years before. Said, get my manager's name out your mouth. Words to that effect, but not those words. And she just went on and waxed lyrical. And obviously, she's going to. Obviously, she's going to. But honestly, people watch those videos. I know Rob is a big fan of him. As in Rob Welsh. People, do you know what? I also look at it with Thomas Frank. If we had lost the Europa League, if we'd lost it, and it was like, right hand's gone, I think a lot more people would be like, do you know what? We're in a real mess. We can't attract a top manager because of no European football. God knows what's going on. I've watched them all, brother. I've watched his half-time team talk, his full-time team talks. Just YouTube, Thomas Frank motivation.
But get people on side because he's just
mate. Honestly, but he is, because we're now in the Champions League and everything. I think there's a lot of people, and listen, everyone's entitled to their opinion, that are just dismissing him because of his pedigree. But managers don't get pedigree unless they're given the opportunity. Yeah, and I honestly think Thomas Frank could do a really good job.
Those jobs, isn't it, Achi? They're asking for people to get jobs, and they said they need experience, but you can't get experience unless they have the fucking job in the first place.
Exactly.
We got this comment from Angus about Bukayo Saka. He was at the F1 the other day, the Spanish Grand Prix, I believe he was, and he blanked an interview from Martin Brundle, and that has caused him to get loads of stick from the Formula One fans. I don't like giving people stick, but at the end of the day, if you have been invited to do the grid walk, it says in the invitation, if you're asked to do an interview, you have to do one. If you don't want that invitation and you don't want to do the grid walk, don't accept the invitation and just go as a spectator.
Exactly. I mean, to tell you the truth, Ben, maybe you could shed some light. I've seen everyone waxing or going on about this Saka interview. I don't actually understand.
It's not football fans. It was by Martin Brundle at the Spanish Grand Prix.
But what did Saka say? What was?
No,
give me
him. I didn't see it. All I know is he blanked Martin Brundle, which is a big no-no. I know he probably doesn't want to speak to Sky Sports, but if you are invited to the Formula One and you're doing the grid walk, and Martin Brundle comes up to you, you better answer it. You've got to. It's in the invitation. And if you don't want to do the grid walk and you don't want to do the glitz and glamour of Formula One, don't go. You don't have to go. He was given a free invitation. So, yeah. I don't want footballers shouldn't be getting abuse, but Saka he was very misguided of accepting that ticket. If he was at that race, he was going to get an interview. He's a very, especially being in, like Jeremy Clarkson goes there. Jeremy Clarkson's getting an interview. He's Jeremy Clarkson, for God's sake. Especially when, exactly, Tom, you don't blank Brundle. You don't blank him.
Yep. Yeah, but this is, I mean, it's not, but like I said, Rob has put in a comment above as well, and I am complete. This is completely where we are with this. This is a thing. I said before we won the Europa League, I was like, next season's expectations for Spurs should be to very seriously challenge in every single cup we are in, but forget the Champions League right now, because I didn't know we'd be in it, and to get back into the top 8. I'm not going to be one of these that go, do you know what, now we should be top 4, we should be challenging for the top 4, because we need to get back into the top 8, solidify and build. Just because we are who we are and the name that we are and the stage of everything doesn't mean we get fourth, especially with Villa, Newcastle now always in that conversation. There's 7 or 8 teams. Like, look at that top 7. I think they're all strengthened this summer.
Yep.
And then we've got to strengthen above their strengthening to try and get back into the conversation of challenging. So my expectations, like I said, next season already, I'll tell you now, get back into the top 8, get out of the group stages of the Champions League, and win either the League Cup or the FA Cup preferably, I'm not going to say, yeah, we've got to get top 4 and get to the quarterfinals, semi-finals of the Champions League. You got to be realistic with this.
Yeah.
And Thomas Frank, I honestly, if we sign him, I will be over the moon.
Indeed.
Over the moon.
We got Leo with a 7th month membership super chat. Thank you so much, Leo. Hello, homie. Hopefully you're doing well. Thank you for supporting us for 7 months. Big up. But see you, Bobby.
Hello, Bobby, bro.
Great rest of your day. Indeed, loads of celebrities have done it, and they all get a bollocking as well. Trent is nothing. He's nothing special. I didn't see Trent. Trent didn't. If he saw Trent Alexander-Arnold, he would have gone up to him as well. But Bukayo Saka is one of the faces of English football. If Martin Brundle comes to speak to you and wants to speak to you about he's not going to ask him about football. He's going to ask him about Formula One. Martin Brundle doesn't give a shit about football. He's a Formula One, the best Formula One commentator on the planet, the most recognised. He's the face and the voice of Formula One. If he's coming up to interview you, you accept that interview. I'd love to be interviewed by Martin Brundle. He's great. Got a grid penalty. Harry Kane did an interview. Top bloke. He's a champion, Angus. Frank is a very good.
I saw this, and Colin, you're absolutely right. But because of our track record and because of the way we have treated managers of that stature, they don't want to listen. They don't want to know. They know what's going to happen. They know what it takes to get it over the line. They know how cutthroat they need to be, and they won't be listened to. They won't.
Yeah.
And they're literally, you look, we had to pay Conte 15 million a year and make him one of the high. And he did, listen, whether he demands 15 million, that's up to whoever's paying it, but he deserves a top whack wage, and you pay a top whack wage because the guy is elite and knows what he's doing, only to be ignored. I mean, he gave him 150 million war chest, only spent 100 of it and spent it on 7 players. How is that a war chest? How is that? But you're right, Crossamano, buddy. You are right. Elite managers are what we should be aiming for, but it's like us saying, let's go for let's try and get what's his name, Isaac.
Yeah,
we won't pay, and he ain't coming because they know what will happen at this football club. Do you know what, Colin? Crossamano, I think if Frank comes, it won't be 1 year. Honestly, I'm telling you now, and I know I'm going to be in demand, or I'll make sure I'm in demand if Frank was appointed. If this is all, I will be waxing lyrical, and I think he is going to surprise a hell of a lot of people. A hell of a lot of people.
Indeed. But we don't even know. I don't know why they're keeping us in the dark. It wasn't Brundle. It was Simon Lazenby and a world champion, Nico Rosberg. Be all right, Ben. If you're on the grid, you're obliged to accept. Correct. Unless you're a working or a driver. Correct. But even drivers do interviews. Even drivers that are about to do a what is it, a 65, 67 lap race, they do interviews. Still, if you're on the grid, you have to accept the interviews. That's the rules.
Yep.
That was the rules. But I don't know. I didn't watch the Formula. I watched the race. I didn't watch the interviews before. I didn't get a chance to. I'm still no. When you accept that ticket, Angus,
I will say, whilst you answer that, doesn't matter what walk of life you're in or anything. If you are a celebrity and you are in that kind of setting of the Formula, I don't even watch for. What's it called? Where they go for the pit stop? Well, I think that's where it was, or whatever. If you are a celebrity, it's like a movie star being on the red carpet. It's like a movie star being on the red carpet. If you're there, you're going to get an interview. You are a celebrity. You are a sports person. If you are there, you are fair game to come and give an interview.
It's part of the invitation of the ticket.
Yeah, like I said, no, but like I said, it's like movie stars when they go to a premiere or the awards, the Oscars or whatever, you're on that red carpet, you're going to get pulled over and asked for an interview. And that would, mate, if it had been James Madison, if it had been anyone, they should know that if you're there and you have these privileges, you have those privileges for a reason.
Yeah.
They're not going to pick up the phone and say,
if he was given the ticket by the FA, he's got more of a reason to have to do the interview because he's representing the association.
Exactly. They don't just pick up the phone and go, hey, Colin Crossamano, do you want to be in the gantry or the pit stop or wherever it bloody is in F1? Yeah, here you go.
Yeah.
Do you want they just listen, I can't stand F1, won't watch it, don't pay attention to it. I understand a lot of people love it and that's fine. But if you are put in that position and you have some kind of status, if someone come and asks you for an interview, I'd understand if they said, so what's your future at Arsenal? If there was a transfer up in the offing, that I get. But if they're asking F1 related questions or anything apart from his football, whatever, I'm sorry, you're fair game.
Yep.
You're fair game.
He is. Madison would love to be at the FA. He would be great. Madison would be great. Yes, unless Verstappen is with him, then fuck Max Verstappen.
Well, sure.
That man, I'm going to end it in a sec. That man shouldn't be allowed to race another race this season. He is disgusting what he did at the weekend. I'm nailing my colours to the mast. That man, what he did at the weekend was so dangerous, and he could have killed. On another day, he could kill someone. He is so dangerous, and anyone that disagrees with me is wrong. He drove into another racing car on purpose. It wasn't even an accident. He did it on purpose. He deliberately drove into someone because he wasn't happy with what the stewards told them. He is disgusting. He shouldn't be allowed to race again this season. He shouldn't be allowed to race again because you are not safe. You have proven when you're given a simple order, you just drive into someone on purpose. He shouldn't be allowed. He shouldn't be allowed to race this season. Gone. Goodbye.
Yep.
You're a petulant child. But on that note, I actually have to do some business. The Coffee Company will be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. the UK time, the usual time. The Coffee Company. Hey, when are we going to be next back on Tottenham on Tour?
Friday. We're going to do, I might, listen, if anything happens, I might do a night show, but you just never know. But I think Mondays and Fridays, we're definitely do a dual stream. So Friday, I will say we'll definitely be live. What I will say as well is anyone, whilst I'm still here, if you want to watch those Thomas Frank videos, start hitting the links now so it just saves into your YouTube history. And if anyone does watch them, whether it's 1, 2, or all 3, please get back to me either when you see me live or on YouTube, which will only be here, Tottenham on Tour, or We Are Tottenham TV for the foreseeable. Or reach out to me on social media. But I strongly recommend hitting those links. And like I said, treat it like The Voice, where you're just listening to what Thomas Frank has to say. But like I said, whether Angie's here, fine. If it is Thomas Frank, I will be happy because I do love him. And I've loved him for years. But have a listen, even if you're not a Spurs fan, even Ryan G, like I think people just need to realise that there are some very, very, very good managers out there that just don't get the chance.
Let's see who the manager is next season. Firstly.
Exactly.
I think it's disrespectful to talk about another manager taking the job whilst we've still got someone in charge.
No, but what I'm saying, I'm talking about I'm not talking about Spurs. I'm talking about in the broad scheme of things. We talk about
in terms of football, for sure.
In terms of that's what I'm talking about. I'm saying in terms of football, we see so many managers that do so. I mean, do you know what?
Yeah.
I'll give you a great example. Southampton, they've got relegated. They brought in that Will Still, who was doing wonderful. Give him his chance. Yeah, listen, it's either going to blow up in their faces, or they'll unearth a gem.
Yeah,
that could be. Look at Graham Potter. No one knew who he was until he played Arsenal against Ostersons, and then he went to Swansea, Brighton, all right, Chelsea, West Ham, but whatever. But he only got his break because Swansea gave it to him. There are so many good managers out there, and I think, like Rob Fraser was, we need to look at this and realise that there are some quality, and I don't just mean Spurs, I mean football in general, that could do great jobs and need a chance. So there you go. That's my party political broadcast for giving the manager the chance.
Indeed. But thank you all so much for watching today's show. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. And as always, take it away, Aki.
And as always, Levy out.
And as always, everyone, if you smell what the cough is brewing. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Ciao for now.
A little different than all the rest. I'm quite old-fashioned where I had sometimes played chess. And when I'm out, I'm looking for that vintage fling. But all complexions that I adore, so hard to find, these seem impossible to score.